I'm having real trouble finding a way to show in an interesting fashion how I did the interior of this workshop. And I've come up with that I'm just going to show the SketchUp drawings of how it was done, and nothing of the build. I have hours and hours of me just running around building stuff, and it's not that interesting even at speed up. So let's just start in the computer and look in the SketchUp drawing. So this is the basic, a really simple shelf. It is 90 long, 90 centimeters wide, sorry, and 30 centimeters deep, and it's the length of the ceiling. And these two shelves over here have a table in them. On the drawing you can see that they are halved. That was because they were supposed to be retractable or foldable some way. And the reason I have this, and also you see over here, is that I wanted to have a workstation for all the different work that I'm doing. So if we look for real, this is those two shelves. So there's one workspace here, and there's one workspace here, and it's crowded right now, so this is where I sit and do all my electronics works with Arduinos and stuff like that, and so I have soldering station, all that. It is also here that I record my face to the camera's video, and that is why I also have this LED strip facing forward for my face, and you get in the camera now, and also this for pointing down. And they are dimmable, and these are voltage regulators, so they are not pulse width modulated, dimmed, which makes them that I can have them at any brightness and it won't flicker in the camera. I have this as I'm going to do this as a video later on. And my next station is for working with the computers. So I have my video editing software, my SketchUp, and yeah, everything I do with computers is over here. Old hard drives, USB drives, everything is there. Back into the drawing, we have one more over here, which is the same size, and that is this one. So this one is basically made just for stashing these boxes. This is 90 centimeters wide. These are almost exactly 20, so this should have been only 80 centimeters wide. I did not think of that. However, after I did this one, I did the other side, where I needed some shelves that were a bit deeper. So these are 40 centimeters deep and only 80 centimeters wide. And the reason for that is that I needed shelves for CNC machines, 3D printers and stuff like that, 30 centimeters is good for those boxes and just shelves, but when you need to have more, well, all these machines take a bit more space. And the reason it's 80 centimeters wide is because if you have 40 centimeters and you cut that away on a plywood sheet, then you have 80 centimeters left. So it's just to get as much out of the sheet as possible. And again, I figured after I did the other shelves that 80 centimeters was a better choice of width. So yeah. So here's my station for 3D printing and CNCing. So my G-code station, so to say. And the last shelf, if we look in SketchUp, it's a bit over 1 meter wide, and again it's the same, it's 40 centimeters deep, and this is so I could fit synthesizer's full length in there. And watching here, it's just a continuation on the 80 centimeters shelves. So there are, for good or bad, I have quite a lot of building projects still left, because I can't seem to get a good order in as it stands right now. So that is a priority for me to, well, you've now gotten a small tour and you've seen the mess that seems to pile up everywhere. So but anyway, hope that you get somewhat of an idea of how the interior was built. I was also going to show you pocket hole joinery is, if you look at woodworking videos on YouTube, they are mostly from the US, and they love pocket holes there. I had never heard of it before, and talking to friends and other people that work with woodworking in Sweden, no one knew what it was. And you can't buy a pocket hole jig here, so you need to buy a Craig jig from Amazon or something like that. But on the internet I found a good description on how to make your own pocket hole jig, and then on eBay I found just you could buy this really cheap for I think $10 or something, and I made my own pocket hole jig. So with this jig all the shelves have been made, so it's, even though it's not that hard to build, but if you build it correct enough, it really works. And this one has been used so much, so it's become a bit, it's not as accurate anymore, but it still works. But for building this whole, all these shelves with that one, it's good enough for the price. And well, I can just make a new one. So this is, so now you're up to date, and now I hopefully can focus more on single projects that isn't as spread out and taken as long time as these two projects have done, to make the walls and to make the shelves. Yeah. Until next time, take care.